A good blessed morning, everybody. First one in here was Jacob. So good morning, Jacob. Then Andy Rabbit. Good morning, Andy. And Jacob finally got his freeze dryer. Yay! Now his fun begins. And there's my cuz, Steve, and Andy Rabbit, I already said. And Homestead Manners, good morning. Well, you're fine too. Even grit comes in degrees. Good morning, Buster. And yeah, Steve's right. First thing that Jacob's got to run is his bread. Good morning, Stitch It Up. Happy Saturday to you. You want to do your bread run before you do the strawberries, Jacob? Now, Steve's telling you from experience. And good morning, Matt. Now, I'm going to start off with a bit of sad news is there will be no QuilCon this year due to between AI and some problems that my Shire's having with her family health. His grandmother is not doing good, so they did warn that there would possibly not be any, depend on any this year because his grandmother's health started declining last year, and now it's gotten really bad. So, like Steve says, QuilCon is 540 days away. So we look for next year. So Matt, that gives you more time to save up. Now, Matt, I haven't heard that yet, but that would be interesting. But I wouldn't be able to go. I agree. Zach, grandma, family is very important to them. Well, to most of us. But Jacob, I'm right with you when it comes to freeze dryer because I'm going to start my freeze dryer off later today. I'm going to be putting some cheesecake slices in my freeze dryer. That way it'll be cheesecake cookies. Something in the works. We'll see what. It'll be homesteading, not quail specific. Yes. And I don't know if I don't think Chijo's has the big enough place for everybody. I agree, Andy. I agree. Well, what you do is you bake your favorite cheesecake and you slice it into slices about like that. And then you freeze dry it. And if you eat it plain like it is, it's like the consistency of a cookie. But if you like to dip your cookies, then you'll get fresh bites of cheesecake every time. Congratulations, Matt. I haven't seen that yet. Let me see if it shows up for me. Yes, Garden Tea with Matt live. Scheduled for tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Stitch it up. You have a blessed day, dear. Well, maybe I ought to do a cookbook on that. Well, time changes at oh, that's right. It changes to tomorrow or tonight, tomorrow morning. What version of HR I have so I can see if I can get the Wi-Fi or not. I'm not sure I want the Wi-Fi to be honest, because all I have to do is plug in my freeze dryer and find out. But I don't really think I want it, to be honest. Because you can set it to where if you don't turn it on, it goes right back into freeze dry mode for your extra time that you have preset. New version has different candy mode settings, and I need more candy. Well, I don't know. If the website says they have it, I'd go down there and make them get it. Same here. Ah, it's only 7 a.m. there. Okay. Now, I will say one thing, Jacob. If you're gonna do any berries like grapes or blueberries or anything, uh, you need to poke a little bitty hole in them so that the moisture can be sucked out of the skins. I'm gonna tell you, if you plant sweet potatoes, you can give them the greens of sweet potatoes or yams. Yarrow is also great for quail. There goes the humor. They love cucumbers, pumpkin, watermelon, strawberry, squash. Good morning, PJ. Good morning, Christopher and Angela. I get to use birds as an excuse for a bigger garden this year. Oh, another thing is amaranth. Each flower is a big seed head. So you got amaranth, you got a lot of different things like nasturtiums, but they do love yarrow. I hope so too, Christopher. Hurry back, Matt. Yeah, now so you got sunflower seeds. I mean, sunflower you can plant. Um, yeah, just about anything you can, almost anything you can eat, they can eat. Almost. No citrus, no avocados. You know, Homestead, you could also do black soldier, farm out black soldier flies, worms, you know, the red wigglers, mealworms. Yeah, they can't have no avocado whatsoever. No onions, garlics, or beans, unless the beans are cooked. Baltimore Orioles are not birds. Those are football players, if I remember correctly. Quail cannot have citrus. Good morning, Lucy. And good morning, dear Gaiden. And Lucy saying good morning to everybody. Oh, baseball. Well, see, I don't pay attention to team sports. When it comes to sports, that's way over my head because I just don't care. No, their emblem is a bird. They aren't a bird. Their emblem is a bird. Their mascot. Yeah, quill egg pasta. Yeah, we've been doing that for a few years now. And Buster's weather is rain with a temperature of 40. The wind's blowing from the northeast at 18 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 82%. C says the Ravens are their football team. For the first time ever, I had out of water bucket bust this winter, two of them. Oh no, that's not good. See, Matt found out quail eggs go great in a hot pot. You should show that on your channel, Matt. And here the conditions are partly cloudy with a temperature of 39. The wind's blowing from the northwest at 9 miles per hour, and current humidity is 67%. And today I've got sunshine. You see a little bit on my cheek there. Yeah, Andy, you're going to have to do it soon. Now in Albuquerque, Matt's weather is cloudy with a temperature of 36. The wind's blowing from the north at 3 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 80%. Wow. And PJ's weather is cloudy with wind, a temperature of 26 degrees Fahrenheit. The wind is blowing from the west northwest at 22 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 54%. And St. George's conditions are fair with a temperature of 37. The wind is blowing from the northwest at 5 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 71%. In Denmark, the conditions are sunny with a temperature of 26. The wind is blowing from the southwest at 7 miles per hour, and the current humidity is 60%. You have a blessed day too, dear. In Andy's weather is conditions are sunny with a temperature of 42. The wind is blowing from the north northeast 8 miles per hour. Current humidity is 66%. C said his weather is 53, partly sunny with rain in the afternoon. Good morning, Jennifer. Jennifer, type in weather in your zip code. Oh. You know, that was my name at one time, Berna Hall. You have to type the word weather first, Jennifer. Okay, Jennifer's weather is conditions are partly cloudy with temperature of 62. The wind is blowing from the northwest at 13 miles per hour. The current humidity is 48. Wow, you won for the warmest temperature. Your temperature is the same as your name, Jennifer. Jennifer 62 and the weather and its temperature 62. Steve wants to know if that is Loudon, Kentucky. No, East Tennessee. It's East Tennessee. That is cool. Good morning, Oops. So now, instead of, since we're not having QuilCon this year, we will be having it next year. Oh, what happened, Andy? Oops. Type the word weather, space, and then your zip code. In Millington, the conditions are sunny with a temperature of 50. The wind is blowing from the north-northeast at 14 miles per hour. The current humidity is 63%. Andy says she's going to get her haircut on Wednesday. No matter what, well, it didn't happen. Maybe next week. Well, look, I got mine cut. Got mine all cut off on Tuesday. Got mine all cut off on Tuesday. Well, thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, but I had mine scheduled for a couple of weeks, Andy. There you go. So Steve's not getting his annual haircut. He's got to skip a year. Good news about no Qualcomm. That'll let me pay off a credit card for what I saved. I don't know. Hey, KP. I think that's Elliot, if I remember correctly. No, that's AR is Elliot. Hmm. Yeah, AR is Elliot. Okay, KP, I don't know your actual name. I don't blame you. You need the break. Good luck with that idea. Steve, Andy's going to save her coins up for an extra year. Yeah, that's still not big enough. Now, Keith did mention about possibly using his farm, but that's near Columbus, which would leave me out. No, 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 no. You guys don't understand. That would cause a big fear factor because I don't know the area and yeah, too far away from home for me. I don't know if I could handle the camping. Jennifer, probably tell Summer. Exactly, Steve. All the planning and coordinating. Good morning, Uncle Al. Yeah, because I don't know. I can barely do it at my shire. I mean, last year I was exhausted. Let me show you what the egg prices are in my local area. That's cool. That's cool, PJ. See, 5.99 for a dozen. 11.09 for 2 dozen. Dozen and a half is 8. Let's see. So you start at, well, shoot, your Eggland's Best cage free is cheaper than Meyer store brand by 20 cents a gallon. I mean, a dozen. Not what I meant to do. Now, these Penny Smart eggs, there's no way you should buy those. Those Penny Smart taste nasty. See, then you go for extra large, they're going to cost you $6 and up. Good morning, Sue from the Bud Files. Penny's finally getting, PJ's finally getting duck eggs and chicken eggs. I can understand that. There's about $1 an egg here right now. Oh, Matt. My sales are good though, and I don't raise prices. Only raise prices if your feed goes up, Matt. That's good. So true, so true. Are they on sale, Steve? Duck eggs are only $1.50 a dozen? It's called greed. That's what's giving rise to all these outrageous prices. As long as people will pay them, they'll keep jacking them up. I pay $5 a dozen for my farm fresh eggs, which is about how much, PJ? $3 or $4 a dozen. Okay. Well, when I first got them, they were $3 a dozen, and then she jumped it up to $5 a dozen. Yeah, giving them to these egg factories is not a good idea. I know, and the prices that Tractor Supply is selling them at is terrible. Morning, Zardos. For your farm stand, how about for your family? Do you have a place yet, PJ? Good luck and happy hatching, Matt. Good morning, Joe. And I agree 100%. If you keep killing everything that's sick, you can't build an immunity to it. Well, I wish I had somebody around me that had quail eggs, because since I can't raise them here, I'm SOL. Great. You know what? Let me check and see what they are here. Let me see. Yeah, they're not showing them here. You have to go there and find out. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's perch. Yeah, so it all depends on when you go to your local one. Good morning, Howie. Okay, Andy, I missed something. Who's getting their back? Oh, your husband's getting his back surgery on the 21st? About a healthy person. On paper, he is quite boring. And no, Uncle L, I don't want to know what it smells like. Okay, I was wondering who Chaz was. Chaz was. Oh. Now, the good thing is, oh, look what I'm drinking out of today. Hey, Christina. Oh, Howie, I knew he was good earthling. Yeah, you're right, cuz when you said that, she is the master gardener. No, I haven't heard from her in a while, Andy. I haven't even seen her on Facebook. Christina, I'm going to tell you one thing. You are your own worst critic. Everybody is their own worst critic. Listen to what other people tell you about yourself. Then you know the truth. If it's compliments. And you got to consider the source too. Of course, you are good at running your whole complete farm because you run it when even when Aaron's gone. Thank you very much, Chaz. No, it wasn't a compliment. It was the truth, cuz. And the eggs you sent Matt go into lockdown tonight, Christina. You know I'm going to be there. Have a blessed day, Howie. Yeah, she even cleans up the quail poop and everything else. She gets the eggs off the order. Uncle Al, what you need to do is you need to get a hold of some people that have freeze dryers and they can freeze dry you some powdered quail eggs. That's better than what you get from the Asian markets, believe me. Yeah, you change that around a little bit. Christina has 3 full-time jobs. The house, the garden. Instead of just the garden, she's got the homestead and Aaron. Have fun at your banquet, Jacob. Yep. Well, not only that, Jacob, you can also watch the replay. That's why I said homestead. Yeah, they don't go in lockdown till tonight. So he'll be able to tell you tonight and tomorrow how many went in lockdown. Have a blessed day, Al. Okay, what did I miss? Oh, okay, now I see what you're saying, Andy. Christina, did you get the call ducks? No, she wanted the runner ducks. That's right. Did you get your runner ducks, Christina? Hey, Chaz, you should get some of these quailers and work out a deal to get some of their feathers so you can, for when you're tying your own flies. Quail feathers work great for that. Christina, did you get your runner duck eggs? Christina, Steve wants to know if you want the black, the chocolate, the blue, the silver, or the fawn runner duck. Runner ducks. Ah, PJ has all those colors. Well, darn, right now is the time when you do it while the eggs are being laid. Maybe PJ could send you some of the eggs. Oh, cool. What kind of feathers? From what species that are extinct? Jazz. You know me, Andy. I'm full of them. I can understand that, Christina. So, PJ, you know where to send a dozen or so eggs. Runner ducks for decorations? No, she wants to watch them run around and chase things. Oh, Indian runner ducks, huh? Let's see here. There we go. Runner ducks, everyone has owned one before. They're a funny breed to watch and lay amazingly. They are skittish, so aren't good if you want to hold them, but they will eat out of your hand and follow you.
So what's right for you? Which poultry do you want to keep? There's lots of things to consider. Of course, the amount of space you've got, so the size of animal. But then also, if you're a beginner, I would suggest if you're going to go with ducks or geese, you start with ducks and you go for a reasonably small animal. And the runner duck is really good because they can't fly, they run around, whereas the little call ducks can take off and fly away. So the runner ducks, I would say, are perfect. They're really easy to move around, very, very responsive. They can become quite tame if you feed them as well. And so that's what I'd recommend. If you're a beginner and you fancy ducks, why not try a runner?
CPJ, she will send silky eggs in exchange for runner duck eggs. You choose from black, blue, chocolate, fawn, and white and silver. Fawn and white and silver. Ah, here you go. See, runner ducks are unable to fly. Their body structure allows them to run and walk instead of waddle due to their pelvic girdle, which is closer to their tail than other duck breeds. Runner ducks are often kept as pets and are used on organic farms and vineyards for pest control. They are easy to manage and content in a large flock. Good layers and excellent foragers. And they won't travel far on foot and are likely to return to wherever they get food. They're good at finding their way back home within a reasonable distance. Most domestic ducks are too large to maintain flight and will stick around the homestead. You will still need a secure duck house or coop where they can safely sleep and lay their eggs. Very interesting. That's a lie. They can fly, just not very far. But like chickens fly, huh? So Andy just wants to play dress up with runner ducks. Boy, my hair is a disaster. There we go. Andy, you remind me of my youngest daughter. She'd dress up the cats. Oh no, Jennifer. She would actually eat it because she loves to chase things. Thank you for coming, Christina, and have a blessed day. And I'll see you tonight. Yeah, you're about like my youngest daughter was. But I made that cheesecake last night. Okay, PJ. So you guys doing that this evening? There's a duck on YouTube named Wrinkle that has run in New York Marathon. And I'll be right back. I cannot wait any longer. I gotta have a piece of cheesecake. Because what I'm going to do is I have to cut some of this up fresh for my grandson. And put it in the freezer, and then the rest of it gets sliced up for the freeze dryer. He made runners for Wrinkle. Okay. Now I do have a picture of me dressing Lucy up. Let's see if I can find it. Hmm. Had to go back a few years. It's not here. Let me see. See, that's my Lucy. This is what when I first got her. Well, good morning, Shadow Scott, Scout, or afternoon rather. Good to see you, Joanne. And see, there's Lucy in a dress. No, that was a Christmas dress. The first Christmas after I got her. See how different she looked back then? Yeah, she's my little sweetie. Hey, Nikki. Yes, and you've seen her, Nikki. She's a lot more gray than that. Yeah, you can say that. There's a picture of me at 35. Hey, cuz, you can drive here and I'll have some for you. Well, this cheesecake is delicious. And it is infused, though. And I overcooked mine a little bit, but it's okay. No, that's a glamour shot from when I was 35 years old. On my daughter Andy, she would have wild hair coloring. But pretty soon I'm going to have to make up a whole bunch of cheesecakes and just run through the freeze dryer. My grandson says, "Grandma, don't make cheesecake until my payday." He goes, "Because I could eat a whole 9-inch one by myself." So the bad news we have is there's no QuailCon this year. But the good news is it gives you another year to save for next year. Everybody saying hi. Now tonight at 7 Eastern time, you have Gidro's Family Homestead on at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Then tomorrow morning, you will have Grafted Branch. According to what's saying now, it's 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Steve's telling you got 540 days to save till the next QuailCon. And hopefully at that QuailCon, you guys will be able to meet my grandson. Because he's a sweetheart. And did you guys watch oh, I forget the name of the homestead. Living Traditions. Living Traditions did a thing about um on eggs, and they compared chicken eggs to duck eggs to geese eggs. They don't have quail anymore. I wonder why they got rid of the quail. Well, Andy, you got another year to save back on for that. No, Living Tradition said today they don't have any more. They don't have quail anymore. They said that towards the end of their video. No, according to them, they don't have any more right now, Nikki. Yeah, find out, Andy. I mean, they had them for years in cages, and they wanted to transfer everything out to their poultry runs. Yeah, Kevin knows where to get more. Kind of wondered what happened because I didn't see much after they moved them in the aviary. Yeah, I can remember them mentioning it once after they moved him out to an aviary. But now they got so many poultry as it is, between ducks and geese. That's probably why. That one thing is if things aren't broken, why are you going to fix it? They had a good setup and then they have to transfer it. There's some people that's got a knack for it, like Katrina does. She did great with her aviary. Oh, they're not doing farmers market this year. Hmm. Hey, Wild. Thank you for coming. Well, there's a few other people. It depends on. I don't know. Well, I knew they weren't doing the greenhouse. I mean, they weren't doing garden plants for the greenhouse. I mean, for the farmers market this year. I remember them saying that. Well, looks like you're going to have a problem, aren't you? Why don't you do your own starts, Andy? Because right now is the perfect time to start your tomato plants. See, it all depends on what they're using the birds for, and yeah. But having your quail aviary in your chicken runs and stuff like that is probably the bad idea. But they were trying to put all their birds between the deer fencing. So some people do great cages, some people don't. The thing is like Eddie, when you talk about open places for rabbits or for quail, it all depends what the people are using the animals for and what works for them. Because what may not work for us may work beautiful for them, and vice versa. Because there's a million ways to raise an animal. You just have to find out what's best for you. There you go. Steve, you said a mouthful right there. Now, the thing about like Katrina's using for her grow out rabbits, she's using the rabbit tractors. And she figures that, yeah, they're going to grow out slower, but it's going to be cheaper. So everything's a toss up of what you're willing to give for what you want. Hello, Moon Boots. That, I think, is the problem right there. Because if you give quail too much room, they become very territorial. But see, remember, Katrina did a deep litter method. And the thing is, you have to go in and rake the litter around because the quail can't dig it up like chickens can. Now, me, Wild, I raised my rabbits in cages when I had them. I can't have them here in this apartment. It makes me so angry. But Katrina is in Oregon, so she has her grow outs and she moves her cages moves the tractor twice a day. Well, I moved to this apartment. I'm not allowed. The only animal I'm allowed to have is my service dog. And everybody else, people that live above me, got a dog or two. And the other person that lives above me has 3 dogs. And there's Elliot. Hello, Elliot. I'm sorry, cuz I got to keep taking a bite of this cheesecake because it's too good to just leave set there. And Elliot was eating too. But I'm eating homemade cheesecake because I get a piece of it fresh. I had a piece last night and I had a piece this morning, but the rest of it's going to go through the freeze dryer. And then they're like cookies. And you know, when you dip your cookies in coffee, it's like you have fresh cheesecake with each bite that way. That's understandable, Nikki. You're in a high or the rabbit fever. Yeah, that's another thing people's got to think about is the diseases that are in that area. Well, Elliot, that means that in the months that have an R in it, you got some free food. A huge farm behind your house. Well, you know, you can always snare the rabbits. Huge farm. But how big a lot do you have, Elliot? Well, Lucy got her bite of cheesecake. It looks like we're getting pretty quiet now. We got 8 people in here still. The recap is there'll be no QuailCon this year between AI in Ohio and Zach's family. Oh, 'cause your backyard is 44,000 acres of woodlands. Yeah, you're right up against preserve, right? Did you do did they get a rejection the next day, Andy? Next QuailCon is September 5th and 6th of 2026. Yeah, preserve at a 28-acre lake. Wow. Oh, 'cause I wish I lived close by. I'd be doing a lot of fishing. I'm here. I had set my phone down and couldn't find it. Oh, and you just kept him there? There you go. I'm with Steve. He says he hopes that every one of your does have 8 kits. Oh, that would be spectacular, Nikki. Yeah, Buster, I would just say, "Oh, that lake. Ooh, let's go fishing." $64 what, Matt? And how many does do you have, Andy? $120 babies. 120 kits, huh? Hey, Casey. Farmer Casey. So you have 15 does, huh, Andy? A 120 kits. But see, Nikki says 3. So if she got 8 per doe, that'd be 24 kits. And how many grandbabies? Nikki, how many grandbabies coming to visit? Well, congratulations. Okay, 3 grandkids at 8 kits each. Each still having 8 kits. That means each grandbaby have 8 bunnies to play with. The new baby or 2 older. And Steve wants to know, Nikki, when you sell, do they typically go for breeding pets or food? Breeding or pets? I mean, breeding and food or pets? And Buster's got 80 birds to process today. Okay, who wants to go to Oklahoma and give Buster a hand? Freeze up the innards for dog food, Buster. Because you don't have a freeze dryer yet. Yeah, they are. That they will. Oh, you got a freeze dryer? Then freeze dry those innards for dog food. Because your dog would love you for it. Typically breeders for people wanting to raise food, sometimes pets. This bunch was 3 does with unrelated bucks and 1 buck as a pet for their grandchild. That's cool. They were only planning on getting 3. So, yeah, that's how you do it. Well, you can use it for fish bait too, Buster. But if you freeze dry it, you can still use it for either or. You just put your My mind's going blank. Have a blessed day, dear. I'll catch you later. Parchment paper. Line your trays with parchment paper. Then put each pile in together, and that way you have each pile by itself. Shadow, you take care, dear. And Nikki, anytime you can upsell, that is always great. I know what you meant. You'll try to freeze dry some. Like I said, I do everything, cuz. I mean, I do one tray of heads and wings, and then, yeah. I do the intestines and everything. Unlaid eggs, gonads, all of that. That is great. They're gonna be best buds. And one piece helpful hint, anybody that either cuts their pets nails, file them after you cut them so that they don't cut themselves or others by accident. I do every single bit of that quail that I'm not keeping for myself goes in the freeze dryer for Lucy. Unlaid eggs, all of it. Except for the eggs that have a shell on it. Those I would keep out separate and give it to her as fresh treats. Shell and all. But dogs will eat the wings. They'll eat the heads. You save the feet for bone broth, or you can make dog treats out of them. Let me see something here. You know, it's always great when you have your freeze dryer empty or your dehydrator if you're going to use dehydrators after processing. I freeze dried 8 quail innards, that's hearts, livers, lungs, and gonads, which you can see on this side. Okay, that's going to go into dog food at a later date. Now, this here is dog treats that are freeze dried. You got the feet and the heads. Now, the other bag of treat is 8 pairs of quail wings. And she loves these as treats too. See, they're vacuum packed. It always feels good when you can use every part of the quail. I have just finishing processing 8 quail that's been soaking in the refrigerator for 2 days. Here's 8 pair of legs, just enough for a meal for me and Lucy, a meal and lunch. There's the 8 sets of the breast. And right here is 8 carcasses that will be going into soup. It's a wonderful day when you can Oh, but Andy, see, didn't feel like cutting them in half and cleaning them out. You just throw them in and give them to Lucy. Well, it is 10 minutes till noon, and it is time that I head out and get ready to take Lucy for her walk. Yeah, you say the liver and gizzards for yourself. The rest of the innards give to the dog for dog food. You can always put it as a topper on top of your dog food. Gizzards, liver, and hearts. Everyone have a blessed day, and I will see you tonight at Gedro's family homestead. And tomorrow at 11 Eastern Standard Time at Matt's home, live stream.